Hey everybody, this is Gevera22, and in this video we will be talking about the LittleBigPlanet 2 Sackbots. And I want to give a big shout out to Tom Molecule for allowing me to rack his brain with tons of questions in this video. So the Sackbot in LittleBigPlanet 2 is a new feature which allows you to create your own non-playable character, which you can use in many different situations. As you can see here, you can actually customize the Sackbot using your own costumes, giving it its own little personality. The Sackbot has an array of customizable features which you can use to make your own unique little NPC. You can alter its head size, giving it a funny head shape. You can either make it hostile or friendly. You can even open up its circuit board and add crazy logic so you can alter its movements. You can also change the size of the Sackbots, make them really huge or really small. You can change their basic behavior patterns, making them either follow you, stand still, run away from you. You can also change their animation styles from being a robot, zombot, so on and so forth. And as you can see here, you are being chased by the zombot giant panda Sackbot. And on a basic standpoint, the Sackbot's behaviors are predicated on the sensor radius that you see earlier. And here we are actually shrinking the Sackbot, and it will follow the same patterns that we had given it before. And here we actually are opening up the circuit board. It's really similar to the microchip, where you can add different types of logic and other types of object tweakers to the Sackbot. So if you wanted it to jump really high, you can give it that ability to do so by using little anti-gravity tweaks, so on and so forth. Aside from following Sackboy, you can also have him follow waypoints as well. Basically, if you just don't want it to follow Sackboy, if you wanted the Sackbot to follow a specific object, you would set the different color tag waypoint for it in order to do so. There are also another host of features where you can just customize your Sackbot even more. Basically, again, making him hostile, changing the awareness radius, giving it its own name, changing the walk speed, making it afraid of heights, afraid of dangers, so on and so forth. So you really have a lot of freedom to do what you want with these Sackbots. You can also stop him from changing layers and even jumping. So basically, you have the ability to do what you want with your Sackbot, if you want it to follow you or just be another sideline character in the background. You also have the choice of allowing the Sackbot to be able to use or not use certain power-ups, such as the Creatinator, Power Gloves, or even use a direct control seat, which gets pretty complicated, but it's really cool. The record function is another neat feature given to the Sackbot by Media Molecule. Basically, if you want Sackbot to perform specific motions and actions, all you need to do is hit the record button. Once that's done, you go ahead and perform the action you want to do. As you can see here, we have Sackboys dancing. That's because we had our little Sackboy doing those same moves. Once you finish recording, Sackboy will loop that animation that you had just recently performed. If you wanted to give the same animation to multiple Sackboys, you can go ahead and use the multiple select feature just shown earlier and edit them that way. You can also add the controlinator, otherwise known as the direct control seats, onto a Sackbot. Just like objects shown in videos before, you place the controlinator on the Sackbot and then you have direct control over its functions. Basically, you can have the Sackbot function as a larger version of the Sackboy, having it grab huger objects which normal Sackboy wouldn't be able to grab. And if you remember that little microchip function that the Sackbot had earlier, you could also alter its ability to use its normal functions, such as the anti-gravity if you wanted the Sackbot to jump even higher than a normal Sackboy. You can also connect the controlinator to multiple Sackboys, and you can start doing some crazy stuff with it, as shown right here. Tom also mentioned you can have layered controlinator functions with Sackbots, which means you can jump into a controlinated Sackbot, which that Sackbot can then jump into another controlinated Sackbot and over and over and over. It's going to be crazy. So it's really up to us where we want to take our Sackbots, whether or not we want to make them into allies, enemies, or just cheerleaders. It is really up to us, and Media Molecule has given us that ability to do so. So I hope you guys learned a little bit more about Sackbots, and once again I want to give a big shout out to Media Molecule and Tom, the community manager over with Media Molecule, for sitting with me at E3 and letting me berate him with all the questions that I wanted to ask him. Thanks so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.